Hey everyone, it's Tyler the Antenna Man with a bombshell announcement. I am the victim of a Ponzi scheme. Yes, I know this video has nothing to do with TV antennas, but I want to make it to get this off my chest and explain what exactly happened with the hope to save some potential investors from ending up in the same situation. This video might also help victims of Ponzi schemes understand that they are not stupid and that anyone can become a victim. In addition, this video will give a much-deserved moment of shame to the individuals responsible, considering that my YouTube channel likely reaches more people than the small-town newspapers that covered this story. If you're watching this video and personally know me, whether you're a friend or relative, please don't bring it up. It's bad enough that I'm in this situation, and I don't want it to be brought up continuously over the next few weeks as I see some of you in person. So how did I become a victim of a Ponzi scheme and what exactly happened? It all began about 2 years ago towards the end of 2022. With high inflation and low interest rates, I was looking for ways to grow my savings with the goal of long-term retirement growth. I saw an ad from a company called Agridime that advertised a unique type of investment in the form of cattle. Yes, cows. I will try my best to explain exactly how it worked. You see, Agridime was a beef company. They purchased cattle, raised them, and then sold the beef in local stores and online. As a way to expand their operations, investors were given the opportunity to purchase heads of cattle at about $2,000 each, which the company would then raise, sell the beef, and share the profits in the form of a 15 to 20% return paid to the investor a year later. At the time, I thought about the price of beef and the whole thing made sense to me. You have what looks like a successful beef company that wants to purchase more cattle and has given investors an opportunity to get a piece of the pie. This is honestly how most investments work. After doing some research, I decided to purchase a few heads of cattle, and about a year later, towards the end of 2023, the company actually returned my initial investment along with a 20% return as promised. A few weeks later, in November 2023, I received an email from Agridime founder Josh Link thanking me for my support and if I wanted to invest in cattle again. Since the first investment went well, I decided to invest in more cattle, but this time with significantly more money and actually about a quarter of my life savings. I felt that I made a good decision to invest in American farmers instead of a multi-billion-dollar corporation. The payout wasn't due for about a year later in November 2024, so I didn't really pay attention to anything for months. However, I randomly logged onto the Agridime website a few days ago and saw this message that made my stomach drop. Agridime is now under SEC investigation for allegedly operating a Ponzi scheme. The complaint alleges that the company did not purchase significant cattle with the capital from investors, but instead used the revenue from new investments to pay old investors, and on top of that, paid over $11 million to founders Jed Wood, Josh Link, Link's wife, and other Agridime associates. Assuming that these allegations are true, this is a textbook definition of a Ponzi scheme, and a lot of money is tied up in it. Agridime collected about $191 million from over 2,000 investors over the years, so a lot of people are involved in this. Now, there are a few silver linings in this case that I will try my best to explain correctly, as I do have to translate some legal gibberish here. A receiver was appointed to handle the case, which supposedly helps recover investor funds and avoids a bankruptcy. In addition, a potential sale of Agridime is taking place, which might help pay back investors over the course of several years, but I'm not really getting my hopes up. How does it feel to be the victim of a Ponzi scheme? It sure doesn't feel good. Ever been scammed a few $100s? Amplify that by 100. It's not just a potential money loss either. The whole situation has impacted my confidence as an individual. While I understand that I couldn't have seen this thing coming, I still feel dumb and full of regret, as I'm sure many victims do. This has been on my mind all week and taken away my focus from the YouTube channel. To add to this, the unknowns make the whole situation worse. Do I hire an attorney to hopefully recover as much of my investment as possible? Or should I not even bother, considering the people they'd go after will likely end up in jail and I'd be out additional legal expenses? Either way, I have to continuously check for updates over the coming months and possibly even years, which just drags the whole thing out. On the bright side, the investment loss won't break me. My YouTube channel is successful with a ton of support, so don't feel the need to send a contribution or anything. I am young and will recover from this. Other investors might not. Here's a lesson I learned that will hopefully prevent some of you from making the same mistake. Do not invest directly with a private company because there's no way of knowing if it's a Ponzi scheme. Agridime was a very professionally run operation with what appeared to be a good business model, but a lot of people fell victim to it, including myself. Ignore any private investment ads that may come your way. That's how I got sucked in this whole mess. Don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Diversify your investment portfolio. This was the one saving grace for me. I only invested a portion of my savings in Agridime. Had I invested more, I would have been in a lot worse situation. To be clear, this does not impact the YouTube channel. If anything, you all might benefit a bit since I now plan to post videos more often as a way to recover what was lost over time. I'm mainly making this video to prove that anyone can become a victim of a Ponzi scheme if not careful. If any of you watching invested in Agridime, there is some hope with the potential sale, but consider a lesson learned. Try not to feel bad about yourself or that you did something stupid. You had no way of knowing. I operate a very successful YouTube channel and antenna recommendation business, yet I fell victim to this. There is one thing we can be sure of. Justice will be served to all individuals involved in this alleged Ponzi scheme. I'll keep everyone posted on what happens with this in the future, but for now, it's a bit up in the air. With a potential sale, it's very possible that investors will get some of their money back, but likely only a small portion. A huge thanks to everyone who supports me on Patreon or is a member of my YouTube channel. If my videos help you cut the cord, or if you just think they're cool and would like to help support them, while getting exclusive perks, visit patreon.com/antennaman, click the join button in this video, and you can also click the thanks button. If you have an antenna or plan to cut the cord with an antenna, make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications whenever I post new videos, as I do plan to post a lot more videos coming up about TV antennas and not about Ponzi schemes. In addition, you can like my Facebook page at facebook.com/antennamanpa or sign up to my email list linked in the description below. Thanks again for watching this video, and my hope is that none of you ever become a victim of a scam or Ponzi scheme.